This topic today is a little bit different, and it's something that you may or may not have thought about before. But it's about goal setting and achieving goals and how we can get there. Because sometimes we fall off the wagon. You know, we set a goal and we don't make it 100%, or, you know, we make a mistake and we stumble and we fall, and that's just life. You know, that happens to all of us, and it's perfectly natural for that to happen. But what most of us tend to do is when that happens is sometimes we'll give up completely. Other times we will just go into a bit of a spiral and go on a bit of a binge or something like that. You know, and that can make things worse. We can get into the negative mindset that we just can't do it, that we're just not good enough. And it's really important not to let that to happen. So, because it's natural and it's normal and it happens to everybody, one thing we need to realize is that it's part of a process, that we as human beings are never going to be perfect, and we're never going to be 100% on track the whole time. So just something to remind yourself of, and I call it the 80-20 rule, is that if you can be good 80% of the time, and 20% of the time you fall off the wagon, so if it happens once a week, maybe you can get away with it. So long as you're good the majority of the time, or most of the time, 80% of the time, would be ideal. But the other thing is, don't try to be perfect. You know, it's a really big mistake to think that you're going to be perfect going forwards and that you won't fall off the wagon. So just be happy with small steps, you know. And, you know, another saying is 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Well, that's also quite common, because you will go through these cycles when you're feeling really positive and you'll make steps forward. And then you'll go through periods where you don't feel so positive and you'll slip back. And that's also perfectly natural, and it happens to everybody. And it's part of nature as well. It's just part of the cycle that we go through. So be prepared for that, allow for that, and don't expect yourself to make continual progress forwards, because it just doesn't happen that way. And the other thing is, small steps are better. So when you do set your goals after this, or going forwards, just set small goals. I mean, you can have your big vision up there, but just focus on the next step and the next step and the next step. And you'll find that over time, those things start getting set in stone. You know, you start cementing in those changes into your habits and your lifestyle, because they're small enough to integrate into your long-term plan. And just acknowledge that you're human, it's okay, and we just pick ourselves up another day, tomorrow, and we'll just try again. And that's really the key to it. Just keep trying, keep doing your best, but allow for your failures, allow for your mistakes. All right, so I hope that's helpful. I hope that keeps you going. And just think of this as a long-term thing. The 80-20 rule and incremental progress. Those are 2 more real key important secrets to your long-term success.